that'll be good. I don't have to take any grumpy calls about that. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So this week we're on the countdown to the Queensland State Championships, where I will be running the 400 hurdles and the flat 400. So the 400 hurdles are only scheduled over one night. We're doing timed finals if there's enough for multiple heats. If not, it'll just be a straight final and we'll all be in the same race. But the 400, there will be heats and finals. So that's really exciting. We have, as with any good story, there is a small hiccup in that on Monday night when I was running, I did hurdles, some really great hurdles, and then we just decided to end off doing a quick pyramid, which was going to be 120, 80, 60, all at max speed. And during my first rep, my hamstring just cramped up a little bit when I came off the bend. And so that's obviously a little bit concerning. But it still feels strong. I've been able to do gym. I trained yesterday, which was Wednesday, and it was a little bit stiff. So I'm really lucky. I had a physio appointment anyway today. So I'm going to go off and see the physio this afternoon. But before that, I have a full day of work, and I'm just trying to do some stretching and some old strengthening exercises that I've had from previous hamstring injuries to just hopefully help it get better. So it's not ideal, obviously. We are 7 days out from the start of state championships, but you've got to, deal with the cards that you're dealt. And so I'll do everything I can to be ready. Until then, let's just see how the week plays out. Okay guys, so as you can see, my hamstring is all strapped up today. So I went to the physio obviously, and he said it's nothing to be concerned about. It's mostly just I've done something that's annoyed it, and it's just a matter of looking after it to get it back to being strong and being in its original condition. So he's given me some stretches to do for it, to do very gently and to only do to the point where they're comfortable and not to cause it any further harm. The other thing I need to do is just really rest today, which is obviously Friday, and then see what exactly I can do tomorrow at the track. And I need to try and keep the strapping on. It is a little bit restrictive, so we sort of don't know if I'll be able to run properly with it or if it'll bug me so much, because as you can see, I can't really straighten my leg very much, so it's a constant state of bend, so I might end up pulling it off. And my final instruction was just to keep massaging it, to keep the muscle, keep the blood flowing through the muscle, and to stop it from cramping up and doing any more damage. Happy Sunday. I've just finished at the gym, as you have seen. My session went really well. I woke up, well, last night my hamstring was really super sore after training. So yesterday at the track I did 2 sets of 80, 100, 120 sort of strides, trying to get up as fast as I could, and it was like really sore actually after the first set, but I managed to make it through the second set, which I was pleased about because that's exactly double the amount of running that I did on Wednesday. So I'm happy about that. It was really sore all yesterday. My physio's advice was to just go as hard as I could with it on my massage gun, and I was just working incrementally up with, like, I don't know, is it the frequency or whatever, and I was at like 2100, but then accidentally last night I must have like hit the button for up as I was holding it, like doing my hamstring, because when I went to turn it off just before I went to bed last night, it was at 2400, which is the top speed, and it was handling it pretty well. It's still like sore when you initially start, but it seems to kind of work out. And then just now in the gym I had Romanian deadlifts, single leg Romanian deadlifts, and like the first set was a bit, the first set was definitely a little bit like stiff and I could feel it, but the second set it seemed to like I don't know, stretch out, and I had good range of mobility. Like I can still feel the spot now where it's sore, but I don't know, I think I'm hopeful it's better, because yeah, I don't know, but this afternoon I'll just do some stretching and go for a walk with my mum. But now I'm just going to go home, relax. I think Mum wants to go out and do some groceries, and I need to get fuel for my car. So that's pretty much it for the day.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys. It sound right, boys.
Happy Tuesday. So as you would have seen this morning, I just got up, did a bit of stretching, and had my finance team meeting, and then I pretty much spent the rest of the morning on the phone, either calling people back, chasing people up about stuff. You would have seen yesterday that I had to make a couple of calls after work. One of them was to the gentleman whose rego is now expired. I was hopeful that everything would come through, paperwork would come through and be finalized this morning, but it hasn't. So I've literally just had to call him back and tell him he still cannot drive his vehicle. I did speak to my boss this morning, sorry. Of course, I just got an email as soon as I start this. So I spoke to my boss first thing this morning, and I was like, do we want to get him a rental car for the day? And he was like, leave it with me, I'll speak to his big boss. And the reason why he was ringing me was his big boss hadn't rung him, and I was just like, look, I'm sorry, I don't know what your boss is going to tell you, but I can't get this sorted. And he was like, how long? I'm like, I have no idea, I just have to process the paperwork. We did, however, find out what has happened. As I suspected, the PO box was cancelled. They had a redirect in place, so that instead of going to the old PO box, it was going directly to the office. But they weren't updating the addresses as the letters were coming, so they've cancelled the redirect and the letters have continued to go to the old PO box. So I've fixed that now, hopefully. Yeah, just hopefully. It's a bit frustrating because, yeah, anyway, it probably starts a wider conversation about some of the policies that are not in place yet. So it's some ways a good thing. Other than that, we're sort of just, I need to start making some phone calls for one of the other projects I work on, collecting our membership dues. We've got one state is now overdue, and we're at the stage where we're just calling them to let them know that they're at the risk of losing their services. The final warning email will flow through on Friday, and I have Friday off, so that would be good. That'll be good. I don't have to take any grumpy calls about that.